Starting a new YouTube channel is actually easy. Growing a YouTube channel is much harder. And we're all looking for the best way to do that. And one of the things that's come up or that has changed on YouTube over the last few years is the number of authentic videos that are out there and how fast those channels are growing. People who are being authentic in their videos are much easier to watch. They're not salesy. They are just being themselves. And actually, I want to go through a few tips to help you be able to be as authentic as you can. And it sounds kind of counterintuitive. Like, why do I need tips to be authentic? I mean, being authentic just means being myself. And that's correct. That is correct. But it's funny how many times people who are trying to get started in video and YouTube, who sit down to make their first videos, and they have such a hard time being themselves. Right? I mean, you've probably, if you're a new creator, you've probably watched all kinds of videos that give you tips on how to make videos. You watch videos just to see how they're made, right? And then you sit down and try to make your own video, and you try to emulate a lot of the things that you've seen. And that's kind of where the problem lies. So the number one tip that I have actually is to try not to emulate others. That's a mistake that I made. There was somebody that I highly respected, and I watched all of his videos, and I learned a ton from him. But when it came time for me to start making my own videos, I found myself trying to make my videos the same way he makes his. And when I watch it back, I cringe. It's just like, that doesn't work. Like, that is not me. It is him, right? And it's kind of obvious. If you know me and you know him, you know that I'm trying to be like him, right? And all you got to do is go back to my first video to see what I'm talking about, and you probably know who I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah, I don't know what happens, but what comes over us when we sit down and actually try to film videos, I think we just dial up in our minds what we think people who talk on video should sound like. And that is super hard to do. And I can tell you, those first videos that I made, when I made them like that, took me forever to film them and to edit them. Okay, so because I was trying to be what I thought I had to be. Okay, so don't try to do that. Just try to be yourself. So another tip that I got in, like, how do you do that? Like, how do you just be yourself? Once a camera is turned on and you're staring at it, you know, it's not natural to look at a camera lens and talk the way you normally talk. Okay, so another tip that I have is when you're looking at a camera, try to pretend like you're looking at a friend. Or put another way, whatever it is you're talking about in your video, okay, whatever tip you're going to give or advice you're going to give in your video, pretend like you're giving that to a friend. Pretend like your friend just asked you a question, and now answer that question by talking to the camera. It's not going to be easy the first time you do it. It wasn't easy for me. It took me several times. And it's part of the reason why it takes me a long time to get going with my videos. I usually go through many false starts before I settle in and get talking and before I feel comfortable doing it. But I always get to a place where I feel like I'm talking to a friend. So I don't think of a specific friend anymore. I used to when I started, so maybe that's something you might want to try. Now I'm quite honestly speaking to you. Okay, so you, my viewer, who perhaps comments on my videos, perhaps shows up in my live streams, right? And I get to know you, so I am thinking of you when I make my videos now. Okay, I'm trying not to think about a crowd of 80,000 people out there, or however many subscribers you have. When you look at your camera, try not to think of that number, how many you have, even if it's 20. Right? Talking to 20 people can be very daunting. It is to me if I'm live, right? Not live stream, but if I'm in a room with 20 other people, for me to get up and stand and talk to them, I have a problem with that. That's not something I'm comfortable doing. But you know, if I'm just looking at a camera, then I'm thinking of one specific person. I'm thinking about you, and I'm just trying to explain things to you in the way that I normally talk. So another tip that I have that helps me do that is I don't write a script. Okay, I know how tempting it is to write a script, and I spent 3.5 years writing scripts, and either using a teleprompter to read them or memorizing them line by line, and delivering them line by line. Oftentimes, each line I deliver 2 or 3 times until I like the way I said it, and then can you imagine how much editing I have to do afterwards to piece all that together? It took forever. And not only that, but it resulted in a video that did not sound authentic. It was not me. It was a whole bunch of mini statements by me, curated by me. Basically, I picked the best one, put them all together, so it was almost like the perfect version of me, and it was just robotic, right? And people sense that. Okay, so ditch the teleprompter, ditch the scripts, and just have some thoughts ready to talk about. And maybe you need, right, some bullet points. Maybe you need some bullet points to keep you on track. You know, I can refer to these if I need to. And that should be all you need. Just kind of jog your memory. So the next one I have is just 2 words: share stories. So I just looked at that, saw that bullet point, now I'm going to talk about it. Share stories when they are applicable. So as I'm talking here, I'm sharing my own story, and that's usually the easiest stories to share, right? Talk about experiences you've gone through when they relate to what you're talking about in your video. Okay, so I talked about when I made my first videos and how I felt and how I did it and what the result was. Okay, I'm sharing a story, and that's helping to make a point. Okay, and it is the way I talk. So that's something else to keep in mind. No matter what tips I give you or anybody else gives you, don't take them word for word. Even the tips I'm sharing with you right here, right? Like, you have to meld these into your own style, okay? The way you normally talk, okay? Like, just glancing at bullet points, that may not work as well for you as it does for me. I think if you're struggling to find a way to reach your inner authentic self, maybe give that a try, because I tried it and it worked for me. But maybe something else might work for you. Maybe you just kind of briefly look at some bullet points and then you walk into another room, never to look at them again, and film yourself talking for 10 minutes. I find that hard to do, but I have done it to varying degrees of success. But you know, try that maybe. So you have to figure out what works well for you. So try new things. Even the talking to your camera as a friend idea that I do, maybe that doesn't work for you. Maybe what does work for you is, you know, paste a photo of somebody you know on the back of your camera. Not over the lens, obviously, but right, just so that you can see it. Like if I'm looking at the other side of my phone, I'm looking over here. So I've got glasses on, so you can't really tell where I was looking, but you know what I mean? It's not a big deal just to glance a little bit to the side or to the bottom to look at somebody, to remind yourself who you're talking to. And that might help you be more authentic. I also want to say that you should not over-polish everything, okay? I kind of hinted on that a little bit in terms of like when I used to piece my scripts together line by line, recording them and then editing out the mistakes. That's a lot of editing. So when I say don't over-polish everything, I'm mainly talking about the editing, right? But I'm also talking about, you know, making mistakes. If you make a mistake when you're talking, don't feel the need to delete that out. You don't necessarily have to. People don't mind seeing mistakes because that makes you more relatable, because they then see themselves in you, right? They might think, oh, I can't make videos because, you know, I make too many mistakes. I trip over my words. I slur my words. I mispronounce things. I don't have a large enough vocabulary. Whatever it is doesn't matter, because all of those things add up to equal who you are. Okay, so show yourself, leave in your mistakes, talk the way you normally talk. When you're talking to a friend, picture yourself sitting down outside, there's a friend beside you, and you're just, you know, you were chatting back and forth. Right? Do you say and ah? If you do, leave it in maybe, right? Sure, there's going to be some people who don't like that, and they may even let you know in the comments, but don't listen to them, right? The more you are authentically you, the more you just talk the way you normally talk and don't edit that stuff out, the easier it will be for you to get your points across, because you'll be more comfortable. It's just the way you talk, and you'll be more comfortable doing it that way. The more you edit things out, then you're not sounding the way you normally sound. It may not come across as authentic. Being authentic doesn't have to be difficult. It shouldn't be difficult. Trying to be authentic is almost a oxymoron. Is that the right word? Like, trying to be authentic is like you shouldn't have to try. Being authentic is just being who you are. I'm being myself right now. I'm stumbling over what I want to say, but I'm saying it anyways, and the camera's rolling. Okay. I'm trying to say what I want to say, and if I can't find the word, I don't find the word, and you'll see my wheels turning, right? That's just the way I am. That's the way I talk. And you either like me or you don't. And that's another good point right there. You don't have to be liked by everybody when you're making a video. In fact, that would be abnormal if you are. Not everybody likes everybody, right? If half the people that watch my video like me, that's probably, that's awesome. I was going to say that's probably average, but I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe 90% of the people out there don't like me and 10% do. There's probably a significant population out there who don't like to see mistakes left in videos. All right, well, those people aren't my target audience, obviously. Like, I'm not deciding for them. They are making that decision. I'm just being who I am. And that's all I can do. And that's the easiest thing for me to do. Remember, trying to be like somebody else is hard unless you're an actor. But even then, it's work, right? Trying to be yourself, there is no try. Just do. Was that Yoda? You know what I mean? So just be yourself, record it, and you probably won't like it, but that's okay. You're not trying to satisfy yourself. Like, when you make a video, you're not necessarily making it for yourself. If you want to grow a channel, okay, I should preface this. If you are trying to grow a channel, then you aren't the one that has to be satisfied with your videos. It's the people who watch your videos. And as long as you're being yourself, you will naturally find, or with YouTube's help, the right people who do like the way you are, exactly how you are, and exactly how you make your videos. So be authentic. I hope I explained what that means. I know it's a buzzword. I know it's overused. But what else can we call it? Being yourself, being authentic, being genuine, sticking to your values, even being honest, having integrity. All of that means being authentic, but you have to decide what that means for you. What is your authentic self? And show up as that person when you make your next video. All right, so thanks for watching. I hope this helped. Just give you a little peek of what I was looking at. So that is the sunrise. It's 9:15 in the morning on Wednesday, and I'm going to have this video up hopefully within the hour. So I hope you enjoy. Have a good day. Bye. This video is for all you new creators out there who might be confused or not. I've got a few tips to share with all of you new creators out there. I want to share a few tips to help you understand what being authentic means. It's a buzzword, I know. Everyone. I throw it around a lot. Being authentic. Authenticity. Being authentic is way easier said than done. It all means the same thing, but I want to share some tips with you this morning around being authentic or authenticity. It's a buzzword, I know. It's way overused. I actually don't even like saying it anymore. But